Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another game review. This time I'm reviewing Bugsnax. This game was developed and published by Young Horses and was released on November 12th of 2020 on the PlayStation 5, the PlayStation 4, the PC, Epic. Let's just say it was released on just about every friggin', possible way of playing it. Now, what exactly is Bugsnax? Well, you go around exploring Snacktooth Island, discovering and catching 100 different Bugsnax species using different sauces and equipment while trying to solve the mystery of what happened to the legendary explorer Elizabeth Megafig. What exactly are the Bugsnax? Where did they come from? As you go around and explore the 9 different areas, collecting, doing missions, and rebuilding the central town of Snacksburg. Now, the best way to describe this game is you'll look at it and you can kind of tell it plays kind of like Pokemon. It really does. You go around the different areas and you hunt and capture different food-themed creatures. And each of the creatures has their own behavior, their own path of where they move, their likes, their dislikes, and the certain ways that you have to go about capturing them. Now, it also does have a day and night cycle. And naturally, because of this, there's only certain Bugsnax that come out at certain times of the day. You also have a handy dandy journal that helps you keep track of all the stuff that you collected, the world map, your missions that you're currently got activated as you go around collecting the creatures. In order to collect the creatures, I'll get into the details of that in a little bit. Now, roughly on your 8 or so hour adventure, you'll unlock different equipment to catch these snacks that you activate by bringing up a radial dial to select what item that you want to use. And naturally, some of the Bugsnax like certain foods, they like or dislike other Bugsnax, and they can be very mean towards you, trying to break your equipment, or just being scared of you and running. And you have to figure out how to catch these creatures in different ways using the different equipment and your common sense along the way. Now, the other main thing about this game that I find to be really kind of disturbing, other than the little twist ending I'll get to, it's really disturbing. Now, as you capture these Bugsnax, you can feed them to the different characters you come across that are called Grumpus, that kind of look like cartoon bear creatures, and their bodies change based on the food that they've eaten. Now, if you go ahead and give them a plethora of different foods, they'll have a hodgepodge body, as you see in the clip. But if you stick with just getting them all the same food that you get them to eat before they're filled, then you can make their whole body look like the item that they were eating, which honestly I kind of find that kind of disturbing. It's adorably cute, just so wrong at the same time. Now, since this does have a day and night cycle, naturally there are different beds located throughout your adventure that you can lay down and sleep to fast pass time. So if you don't want to wait, even though the day and night cycle is rather short, you can do that to speed up time to get to the next set time where you can capture certain Bugsnax or talk to certain of the townsfolk. Now, as for the main gameplay, as you collect these creatures, you do missions to pretty much bring back the townsfolk of Snacksburg. And doing missions for all these different characters will give you everything from just conversation. They'll unlock more inventory slots that allow you to hold more Bugsnax in your backpack, your snack pack as they call it. You'll get new gear, and it also opens up the new areas for you to explore in the game world. Now, as for the Bugsnax behavior, that is rather unique because depending on the location where they're at and what kind of Bugsnax they are, they will behave in different ways. Some will be quite aggressive to you, some will just ignore you, and some of them you'll have to actually get to turn against each other in order to make it where you can capture them. Some you got to knock out. It is really actually quite fun figuring out how to capture these different creatures. Now, as for the different gear that you get throughout your 8-hour adventure, you'll get the following list of equipment. You get your snack scope, which is basically a set of binoculars that if you zoom in on a character, a Bugsnax, it'll relay information on the creatures that you've scanned. It lets you know basically their behavior patterns, what sort of sauces they like, if if they have attitudes or not, if they're angry or if they're laid back or if they're scared easily, and it will help you figure out the best way to capture them. Next up is your bug net, which you get rather early on, which allows you to catch certain Bugsnax within grabbing range. Most of the time, the creatures do have to be dizzy or knocked out in order for you to capture them with a bug net. You can't just run up and grab anything with a bug net. So if you're thinking, well, I'll just use this net on this hot dog creature, it doesn't always work. They'll run and hide, or they'll attack you. You normally have to stun them in one way or another to be able to use the bug net. Now, the number one thing you'll use throughout your adventure is the snack trap. And it's a wooden deployable trap that you can place at any location as long as you're able to reach it. And once you place it at the tap of a button, you'll activate it. And most of the creatures in this game, that's how you capture them. If you set it up and get them to run across the path of where the trap is, you activate the trap almost like a ghost trap in Ghostbusters, and it'll capture the creature. Basically, it's your main Pokeball. Let's be honest, it's the Pokeball of this game. And you are able to capture multiple creatures at one time. In fact, you get a trophy for doing that. Now, the next item you'll use the most, honestly I did, is the Sauce Slinger, which is a slingshot that gets to shoot different sauces. As you go through the game, you'll find these plants that have different sauces growing on them, and you can collect up to 20 of each, and you can get more later on. And you can cycle through what sauces you want to sling with the Sauce Slinger, and you can use it to hit other Bugsnax creatures or other areas to repel or attract the different creatures to help you be able to catch them. Now, next up is something known as a Strabby. It's a guidable rolling ball that you can use to either scare away or entice Bugsnax creatures to lead them into you being able to capture them. And you just roll the little ball around and stuff like that. Alright, next up is something known as a launch pad. Yeah, that's what it's called, launch pad. And it's used to launch everything from your traps to higher areas to catch the Bugsnax. You can use it to launch yourself and other items. You can even use it to launch Bugsnax into other Bugsnax to knock them out to help catch them. It's actually quite versatile. Next up is something known as a snack grabber, which is almost like a ranged claw that you can throw out to grab different things to pull towards you. So if you see something on a wall you can't reach, generally speaking, that's how you catch it, And last but not least is the trip shot. It's exactly what you think it is. It is a trip wire that you can set up, and when a creature walks through it, it blows up and knocks them out, and it makes it where you can capture creatures by pretty much knocking them out. Now, the other thing about this game are these cute little fuzzy bear-like creatures known as Grumpas, and they are all adorably cute and have really unique personalities. In fact, the writing for most of these characters is a lot better than I thought they would be, and the voice acting throughout this game is very well done. It is cute, it is sort of a family-friendly game, but it does have that dark twist to it. And another thing is it does have lots of food pun jokes. So just keep in mind, one guy will be like, hey, go ahead without me, I'll catch up. They have a lot of stuff like that in the game, kind of like eyeball head rolling sort of jokes. But in this sort of setup, it does work. And the city, like I said, seems to be the main hub of your adventure, connected to the 8 different districts around it. And once you go to the city and as you progress doing missions for these characters, you'll unlock the different distinct areas that you can go and explore and to capture your Bugsnax. Now, I'm not going to ruin it because it would ruin the game, but I will say it does kind of have a dark twist to this story that I kind of sort of picked up on early on, but I'm like, I don't know if they're going to actually go along with that because this seems like a kid's game, but they in fact do. And while it's not nightmare inducing, it was disturbing enough for me to really think and go, wow, man, that kind of really goes against the way the game looks and plays. But in the end, I would have to say I had a lot of fun with Bugsnax, And I do like the fact that hopefully they might make a sequel in the future to this and make it a little bit larger, bigger, because most of the areas are rather small that you explore to catch these creatures. And as for mission variety, it's pretty much always going to be the same. There's basic fetch quests to either capture these Bugsnax to feed to them, to take them to do something with it, like plant them or something. But in the end, on your adventure to actually find the missing explorer and solve the mystery of where these creatures came from and everything about them. In the end, I would have to say that Bugsnax was a lot better than I was expecting. It was fun, but I will say after playing and beating it, there's really not much that brings you back to want to do any sort of replayability with this title. But in the end, that's just my personal opinion. This was Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this content. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell icon to stay updated whenever I release any new videos on my channel. Please leave me comments. I love responding to each and every one of your comments personally. And remember, I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil is in the details. Peace out until next time.